Thank you for your interest in the paper entitled Using Dear Data Project to Introduce Data Literacy and Information Literacy to Undergraduates. I am Dr. Vitria Bird, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Graphics Technology at Purdue University, presenting author. The paper describes an approach for introducing data and information literacy to undergraduates and addresses the following research question. What impact does the Dear Data approach have on data literacy and information literacy skills of undergraduates in an introductory data visualization course? The aims of the project were to create an assignment to reinforce concepts covered in class and to motivate students to think differently about data and how data is communicated. The goal of the assignment is to introduce data literacy, information literacy, and visual communication as a first step in building data visualization capacity. Data drives the data visualization process. So it is important that students have an understanding of what data is, how to represent it, and visually communicate with data. Data literacy is that which enables individuals to access, interpret, critically assess, manage, handle, and ethically use data. Information literacy addresses how people learn and endows students with skills to locate, evaluate, and effectively use information for any given need. While it is agreed that data literacy and information literacy are necessary educational building blocks, there are challenges associated with integrating data and information literacy into the undergraduate curriculum. The topics of data literacy and information literacy are deserving of dedicated courses. They tend to fall under the umbrella of introductory data science courses. In this work, data literacy and information literacy and visual communication are introduced to undergraduates enrolled in an introductory data visualization course. What is the Dear Data Project? The Dear Data Project is a year-long analog data drawing project by two award-winning information designers, Georgia Lupi and Stephanie Prosavic, living on different sides of the Atlantic. Their project involved an interesting way of looking at data. 52 weeks of collecting data between them, noting activities or thoughts, and translating that information into a hand-drawn visualization. The authors noted there is huge potential to use this method to inspire students and non-data experts to start working with data, or as a way to simply meet new friends while also connecting with yourself on a deeper level. The Dear Data Project is available on the web at the URL shown in this presentation. The Dear Data Project was adapted for an assignment for CGT 270, which is a data visualization course. Data buddies were matched between two sections of the course. One section consisted of computer graphics technology majors, section 001, and the other section consisted of non-majors, section LC. Over the course of 4 weeks, students were introduced to data and information literacy. The Dear Data assignment was used to provide hands-on reinforcement of concepts that were covered in the class. Similar to the original method, postcards were handwritten by students. Unlike the original method, postcards created by students were delivered via email attachment. Data buddies were paired with students from different sections so that each person would communicate with someone that was not within their section. A total of 36 undergraduates completed the 4-week assignment. 20 students were computer graphics technology majors, 16 were non-computer graphics technology majors. Weekly class discussions covered data and information literacy topics. postcard themes aligned with course content. For the first postcard, students were instructed to share something about themselves with their data buddy on their postcard. A postcard template was provided in the form of a one-page sheet of paper with placeholders for the front and back of the postcard as shown here. The How to Read section provides symbols of insight on how to read the postcard. This was the only section of the postcard where students were allowed to actually use words. In this postcard, the student used size and patterns to convey what their average work week looks like, using a flower theme accented with the sun symbol where the postage stamp would go, as shown in the upper right corner on the back of this postcard. The postcard was required to be handwritten or drawn. The use of color was optional. In the first week of class, the topic was about data. For the second week, the theme for the Dear Data assignment was data. Students were asked, what does data look like? Students were asked to think about and visually describe what data looks like to them or how they see data on their postcards. Each student was given a training data set to explore. The training data sets were from various venues or categories, which included sports, public data, education, government, science, lifestyle, technology, health-related data, entertainment, and business. Students were instructed to describe their training data sets to their data buddy on their postcard. In this example, the student describes a health-related data set. For the final week of the assignment, students were asked to create a Dear Data artifact. The artifact included a one-page infographic profile of their data buddy using postcards received from weeks 1 through 3 as data sources. Taking a snapshot of the postcards or just copying and pasting content from the postcards into an infographic was not allowed. The artifact also included copies of all postcards received from data buddies and copies of all postcards sent to data buddies. The final artifact is a required component of each student's course portfolio. The instructional goals for the assignment were for students to develop the ability to draw reasonable inferences from data visualizations, to develop the ability to synthesize and integrate information and ideas, and to develop the ability to think creatively. Upon completing the assignment, students were given a survey research instrument designed to assess the students' perceptions of the assignment and to assess if the instruction and expected learning goals for the class were achieved. The survey instrument consisted of 10 statements that reflect the data literacy, information literacy, and visual communication skills targeted and utilized in the assignment. The survey instrument indicated levels of agreement using a 5-point Likert scale. Strongly agree had a value of 5, agree a value of 4, neutral a value of 3, disagree a value of 2, and strongly disagree a value of 1. Table 1 shows the categories and statements for data literacy, information literacy, and visual communication. The expected outcomes for the assignment were that students will broaden their perception of what data is and how data is visually represented. They will think more deeply about the different forms and types of data and think about how to simplify without sacrificing quality in representation of data. As seen in Table 2, the mean values for each statement are between 3.03 and 3.75, indicating, on average, students were more positive about the impact of the assignment. The results in Table 2 provide insight into the research questions. What impact does the Dear Data approach have on data literacy and information literacy skills of undergraduates in an introductory data visualization course? The results in Table 2 show students found in terms of data literacy, the assignment helped to broaden students' ideas of what data is or what data could be. This is seen in statement number 2, which has a mean value of 3.56. In terms of information literacy, the assignment helps students to see data in a variety of ways, as seen in statement number 5, which has a mean value of 3.67. In terms of visual communication, statements 8 and 9 have mean values of 3.75, which suggests students felt the assignment helps them to think critically about how to communicate their ideas, and they were able to interpret the data received via postcards from their data buddies. From an instructional perspective, the assignment enables the establishment of a baseline for class content to ensure all students begin with basic understanding of literacies associated with producing and interpreting data. The Dear Data assignment was used to introduce data literacy and information literacy concepts to an undergraduate class of data visualization majors and non-majors. The assignment is designed to help students collect and generate data, develop the ability to draw reasonable inferences from data, develop a practice of synthesizing and integrating data information and ideas, and develop the practice of thinking creatively and critically about data. The assignment provided a hands-on experience using a mode of communication that challenges students to think about how to communicate visually and interpret visual messages. The assignment also demonstrated a new instructional method for introducing data literacy, information literacy, and visual communication concepts. This concludes the overview of the paper using Dear Data Project to introduce data literacy and information literacy to undergraduates. For more details regarding the project and the approach, please take a look at the full paper. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at vlbird@purdue.edu with Dear Data Project for undergraduates in the subject. Thank you for your interest and your time.